Hey guys, welcome to this quick tutorial on how you can lead a thriving online group. Woo! Man, we're like in a disruption like never before, aren't we? But here's the beauty of it. Throughout the Bible, we see that the message of the kingdom of God never changes, but the methodology or the delivery system of that message is constantly changing in every generation. And guess what? We're now another one of those disruptive changes, but it will be for the good. Thank God, literally, He's prepared a way for such a time as this, for such a crisis as this, where we have so much ability to connect with one another online. That's why we think this is important to learn how to lead a thriving online group. Now, some of you have some experience at leading thriving life groups where everyone's in the same room, but learning to lead a virtual one or an online requires a little bit more art to it, and I'm going to explain all that to you in just a few moments. When we think about what our life groups are here at First Orlando, we think about mid-size and small groups of people who regularly gather together in order to pattern even more of their life around Jesus through habits of intentional faith, of authentic community, and missional practices. Meaning, as we gather together on a regular basis, whether in person or online through a Zoom room or Facebook Live, we're trying to direct our attention up to how can we best connect with our Heavenly Father, then how can we best relate and be in community with one another, and then how can we as an authentic community then go back out and make a difference in the world. That's what we mean by life group here at First Orlando. I got to tell you, when it comes to leading an online group, as we're about to describe to you, I've had a lot of experience in this. I do this every single week where I gather people in my Zoom chat room from around the country. And I swear, people feel like they're sitting in the same living room with each other. And everyone's able to see each other, everyone's able to hear one another. It's a very, very vibrant, great thing if you know the best way of going about that. So I want you to feel confident. I've been doing this for years, and I'm telling you, you can do it as well, because I'm mechanically dysfunctional, I'm technically challenged, and so again, if I can do it, I want to instill confidence in you that you can. First of all, we want you to think about the best platform for you to use in hosting an online life group. So we want you to end up using whatever platform you either already have experience at or you feel adept in, whether it's Facebook Live or some other thing. We're highly recommending as many of you as possible to open up what's called a Zoom account. And attached to this video is going to be a simple PDF of steps 1, 2, 3, 4 of how you can sign up for a Zoom account and then be able to engage with people in that. Send them out the link. So be sure and read through that document that's right there. If you're already if you're leading an existing life group, just make sure all the people that are part of your life group get a video link. So all they have to do is click it on, you're already on there, and you'll be able to host it. Now, if you're putting together a brand new life group, perhaps you heard us encourage you to do that through one of our live stream services or something else, or you've just decided to do this on your own. Well, big congrats to you for wanting to be a difference maker during such an important, pivotal point in our human experience and our human journey. Here's what I would recommend for you to do, is to think about who are 6, 8, 10 other friends, family members, maybe co-workers that you would like to regularly gather together in order for you to be able to mutually support each other, pray for and encourage each other, and then be able to encourage some new levels of spiritual growth. Who are those people? Who are those 6, 8, 10 people? So give an invite to them. Then once you've decided who's going to be a part of your new life group, then you're just going to want to determine what day and what time do you want to meet. In the past, we were thinking about, so whose home do we want to meet in, or apartment, or a third place coffee shop, but these days we're going to be meeting online. So that's the beauty of all of that. So once you've determined who's going to be in your group, what time of day or night you guys are going to regularly be meeting together. Are you going to be meeting together every single week or twice a month, whatever that might be, okay? So once you've logged on, let me show you what I'm doing right now. I'm sitting here with some of my friends. I've gathered some of my friends right here, some of my coworkers, but they're really a part of my extended spiritual family. You see Britt that's right here. You see Daryl. You see Dana that's right here. So I'm sitting there. I'm looking at each one of them through my Zoom lens, okay? And we're able to see each other. We're able to talk to each other. When you're conducting an online virtual group, make sure you tell everyone to mute their mics. You go, well, how in the world do I find mute? Well, just look all the way over to the bottom left-hand side of your big screen, and there's a big honking mute button right there. And all you need to do is just to click that on, and it will mute your mic. Now, the reason why I love that Britt had her mic muted was a moment ago, she was drinking coffee. She was smacking her lips, you know, and she was probably talking smack to me, but she didn't want me to hear that, okay? So she was on mute. Now here's a critical thing. If people that are a part of your online Zoom meeting, virtual meeting, if several people have not muted their mics, you're going to hear their dogs barking in the background. You're going to hear when someone turns on the garbage disposal or a TV. So again, you've got to encourage people to hit mute on their mic. But the flip side of that is when they start to talk, and Britt tried to talk to me right now without your mic. See, all we can do is see her wave. We can't actually hear her. But now she's going to turn around, hit that button in the bottom part of her left-hand screen.
Hello?
There is Britt in all of her glory, okay? So Britt and I can sit here and communicate just like this. Her mic is on, but notice Daryl's mic is off. Dana's mic is off, okay? So we want to encourage you to be mindful. Now you may go, oh my gosh, David, those are so many details to remember. Trust me, all you've got to do is to practice this several times, and it will end up becoming really natural and easy for you in a short period of time. All we're doing is we're trying to put you on a brand new bicycle called a virtual online group. We're putting training wheels on it for you, and we're going to get you started. And in a short period of time, you're going to be able to take those training wheels off. This will feel super normal and natural for every one of you. So what do you guys like about being able to meet together in this Zoom platform like this? Britt?
I would say for me, there's the dogs. I would say for me, just the mute feature and being able to turn off my camera. I would say, do you hear them playing? That's why I mute my microphone all the time.
Yeah. Okay.
I would say for me, the safety aspect of that is really good. I would say we do have people in our congregation that maybe don't want to be seen on video, but they do want audio. And that's an amazing fun. It's like a phone call, but you can see other people. And I think that's really cool. I also think that right now in this time of quarantine and not really doing much, I think people want to Zoom call multiple times. I know my life groups, they have been meeting not once a week, but like almost every night over Zoom call.
That's awesome.
And they're just loving on each other, and they have nothing better to do. So they're playing games over Zoom and making the best of it. So
yeah. Great.
I love how easy it is.
So Britt was just acknowledging the fact that you can not only hit the mute button down the bottom left-hand side of your screen, right next to it is you can mute the video part. So people can hear you, but they can't see you. So the other night, Crone, my wife and I were Zooming with some friends in California, and all we saw was the husband. He was sitting up in bed, he was talking to us, and all we could hear Susie. And we're like, Susie, where are you? She said, don't turn the camera on me. I don't have my makeup on right now. And so, hey, that's the beauty of such things like this, okay? So, Daryl, what do you like about using this kind of virtual platform?
Yeah, speaking of that mute button, David, there's also for the host, just a little tip here. The host can mute everyone. If they forget to mute themselves, you as the host can mute them on their behalf. So if they
So
go
like
too
if you
long,
disagree
sometimes
with what they're saying, then you can mute them?
exactly. If you disagree, you can mute them. I also like just being able to take a peek into someone's life. You know, I'm sitting on my back porch right now. You can see some palm trees maybe behind me and
Also
Christmas
some
lights. I
Christmas
haven't
lights.
taken down light. Yeah, I haven't taken them down yet. I
But
kind
you
of
might
like,
have some extra time on your hands coming up.
yeah. But I like to be able to peek into, it just feels real personal when you do this, in fact.
Yeah, I agree.
So I want you to notice when I quit talking, while I was talking, my picture, my mug was the picture that was on the big screen, okay? While you can see everyone else up at the top. But notice the moment I quit talking, Daryl unmuted his mic and he started talking. All of a sudden, his picture is the central picture that's on the screen. So that's what you'll notice is there's this dynamic, fluid experience that everyone is having. Dana, what is it that you enjoy about these kinds of being able to actually still have relationship with people through this Zoom or through Facebook?
So for me, our life group has been meeting almost every day to eating dinner together, just prop it up on the table. But what's helpful for us too is the chat feature, because we've got a lot of talkers that they want to jump over each other, but your question doesn't get forgotten because you can just type it in and then we know not to forget about you.
Yeah, exactly. So what the heck is Dana talking about? She's talking about if you take your cursor and move down to the bottom of your screen over slightly to the right, you'll see a chat icon. It says just chat underneath it. So you click that on, and while other people are talking, you can be sitting there and you're basically texting one another, but you're just texting the people that are on this particular Zoom call.
You can use that chat for all kinds of things. Or what in the world did you think of what Daryl's last comment was? And so Daryl could be talking and Dana and I could be chatting back and forth over such things. So those are some really good examples, just hearing from each one of them of how you can do such a thing. A couple of quick things, then I'm going to wrap this up. Learn to look into the camera. Learn to look into the camera at the top of your screen. I mentioned to you in the importance of having everyone mute their audio when they're not talking, okay? And then learn to notice other people. So I'm staring at Britt, at Daryl and Dana. I'm reading their body language. I'm seeing if they're still present, or if I see them going like that, then I know there might be a problem or an issue. So here's what I want to encourage you to do. When you're conducting these online virtual life groups, it's real simple what the agenda is. First of all, check in with each other. Check in with everyone and say, hey, guys, how are you doing this week? Or since we last talked a couple of days ago, what's been going on with your job, with your family? What are you feeling, experiencing in your body or in your heart? What's going on? And through that, to be able to offer support to one another. Second thing is then pray for each other. Now, by the way, don't let anyone pray those 10, 15-minute prayers, okay? Everyone should just pray in sentences if you're doing this online. Actually, I think that's true in person, but that's another subject for another day. So initially, just check in with people each time you gather them. Then you want to try and pray for one another. And then third thing, discuss some content. Like every week, and again, even attached to this particular video, every single week, we're going to be sending to you a discussion guide around our weekend services, where we're broadcasting through our live stream on Sundays. Then you'll get like the major teaching points. They're like just 2 or 3 simple ones, and then 4 or 5 easy to use discussion questions that you can use with your group, okay? So that's all there is to it. Now, moving forward, we want to encourage you, we want to support you as a virtual online life group leader, okay? And all you need to do anytime you have questions or comments, just text the word LEAD to 40777. Text the word LEAD to 40777, and our whole groups team, in fact, Dana and Daryl and Britt, myself, and we've got many others on our group life team that are here to encourage you, to support you, and coach you in every way that we can. Guys, let's, in the midst of these days of isolation, let's create more connection than ever before. We can do this.